News 25 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, a Nye County deputy is placed under arrest and a rollover crash sends two to the hospital. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
A longtime officer is taken into custody. It's Wednesday, November 20th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, a deputy who has spent almost 2 decades on the job was arrested after he allegedly showed signs of being under the influence of drugs.
Patrol members be advised.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office has arrested one of their own. According to their press release, they received information that a deputy identified as Kevin McBrayer may be under the influence of an unlawful substance. Deputies evaluated the on-duty officer and a search warrant was obtained. A search warrant was executed for a blood sample for the deputy, as well as a search of his home and his phone. 49-year-old Deputy Kevin McBrayer was arrested for being under the influence of a controlled substance. Additional charges may be forthcoming. Deputy McBrayer has been employed by the Nye County Sheriff's Office since February of 2001. At this time, McBrayer has been relieved of duty and is on leave until the conclusion of an internal affairs investigation. And the Sheriff's Office is also warning residents of a potential phone scam that involves kidnapping. The Nye County Sheriff's Office is reporting a virtual kidnapping scam. According to the press release, deputies say that they received reports from a party who stated that they received a phone call from a male who said that his daughter was visiting in Mexico. The caller said that he had his daughter held captive and that he would kill her. The reporting party then heard a female voice ask for help over the phone. The intended victim followed the instructions from the caller and withdrew money from his bank account and wired it to the individual. Contact was eventually made with the daughter who was in Mexico, who was deemed to be safe. Today, a contract worker within the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center received an identical call. They said that they received a call from an individual who said that they were holding their daughter who was at a university and that he would kill her if he didn't send him money. The reporting party was able to get a deputy on the phone with the caller, who ultimately admitted that his plan was ruined and that he ultimately wanted to get money from the intended victim. If you receive a call similar to this, do not send any money. Instead, contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office. Whoever is making these calls, deputies say that they are getting basic information from unknown sources. The number to call for the Sheriff's Office is 775-751-7000. And 2 people were taken to Desert View Hospital following a rollover crash that occurred this afternoon on South Highway 160. 2 people were transported from a single vehicle rollover accident that occurred this afternoon at mile marker 42 in Clark County on Highway 160. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, and Nevada Highway Patrol arrived on scene. A witness contacted News 25 and said that the vehicle went off the roadway, overcorrected, and then overturned. They also stated that the female driver said that she was pregnant and there was also a child inside the car as well. And more news after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005.
Welcome back. Well, an older male was taken to the hospital this morning after he struck a pedestrian crosswalk button pole. One person was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital this morning as a result of a single vehicle accident on Highway 160 and Winery Road. Nevada Highway Patrol is conducting the accident investigation. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies arrived on scene as well. The vehicle appears to have gone off the roadway and struck a traffic control device. It's unknown if this was a weather-related accident. Well, Trump is taking a tour of Apple. That and more in today's business news.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, President Trump is expected in Austin, Texas today for a tour of Apple's factory. He will be joined by Apple CEO Tim Cook. Apple is manufacturing its new Mac Pro desktop computers in Austin. Protesters are ready, so are investors. That stock touched a record high on Tuesday. Boeing needs to redesign part of the casing on some engines, according to federal safety officials. The NTSB came to that conclusion after investigating engine debris that blew out a window on a Southwest flight, killing a passenger last year. Boeing is working with the FAA to make changes. At the Dubai Air Show this week, Boeing has hauled in $6 billion in orders for at least 50 of its grounded 737 MAX jets.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, let's go to Eunette with an update of some cases making their way through our courts.
In this week's court report, there's still no formal court appearance made yet by Marcel Chapuis and his wife, Patricia Chapuis, the owners of the now-closed Northwest Academy boarding school in Amargosa, who are connected to allegations of child abuse or neglect due to poisonous water use at that school. The couple is scheduled for a pretrial hearing on January 13th, 2020 in Beatty Justice Court, since a criminal complaint has been filed there against the pair. Notably, Beatty Justice Court clerks say the Chapuis' arraignment hearing that was set for exactly 2 months ago was waived, and every other court hearing for them has been continued. The couple was arrested in Las Vegas, connected to charges of allowing child abuse or neglect. Those allegations stem from an investigation into the school's tap water, which officials say contained high levels of arsenic, which is poisonous and could cause cancer. Investigators determined that Northwest Academy's water had been contaminated for more than 2 years. Additionally, former teacher Caleb Hill was arrested in an unrelated incident also involving then students at Northwest Academy. And those charges against Hill, according to his arrest report, left one student with bruising and another with a bloody nose. Court clerks say no formal charges have been filed yet against Hill, so he is only scheduled for a status check in Beatty Justice Court on the same day as the Chapuis pretrial, January 13th of next year. Richard E. Cleaves will also be back in court in January. He's the Nye County inmate who was arrested on an outstanding warrant after being located right in the front office of the Nye County Sheriff's Office. And Cleaves has 2 Justice Court cases. Both his pretrials in Justice Court were continued per defense request. Cleaves is now facing the formal charges of burglary first offense and injury to other property in his first case. And the court set a pretrial hearing on January 6th, 2020, and a preliminary hearing on January 9th. Cleaves is also facing the charges of unlawful trespass upon land and another separate count of injury to other property in his second Justice Court case. In that case, the court also set a pretrial hearing January 6th and a status check on January 9th. All of Cleaves' charges are connected to an incident that is said to have occurred on April 2nd. Notably, back in April, a warrant of arrest was issued, and Cleaves' bail was set at $15,000 cash or $30,000 bond. As of July, attorney Ronnie Boscovich has replaced attorney Jogger as public defender and counsel for Cleaves. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 25.
Thanks so much, Eunette. Well, an investigation by Boulder City and Metro Police leads to the arrest of 2 individuals that they say may be associated with a larger drug trafficking operation. Approximately $1 million in illegally grown marijuana is off the streets, and 2 men are in custody as Boulder City Police shut down an unlicensed grow operation within the city limits last week. Boulder City Police received a tip from an alert citizen of a strange odor in an industrial condo located in the 1600 block of Ann Way. Upon arrival, officers detected the strong odor associated with marijuana. Police arrested 2 suspects as they exited the unit before securing a search warrant for the premises. Inside the unit, police found approximately 800 marijuana plants at various stages of growth, weighing approximately 360 pounds, with approximately 6 pounds of processed marijuana. 1 pound of illegal marijuana sells for about $2,500 to $3,500 on the street. Boulder City Police requested the assistance of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Narcotics Street Team and Interdiction Team to help process the crime scene, plants, and equipment. Police believe that the 2 suspects may be connected to a larger organized drug ring. They are being held at the Clark County Detention Center. They were identified as Yongwen Tan and Chen Zi, who were arrested for drug-related charges. Your road report and Save a Pet after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
And Nye County Commissioners recently received an update from the Director of Public Works regarding road work here in our county.
I took a ride with one of your constituents here a couple of weeks ago, and we took a drive around the desert. And I was amazed at how much trash is being deposited in our desert, whether it's on our empty Calvada lots or out in the desert itself. And so I'd like to reiterate to all of Nye County that there's no cost for residents to bring trash to our landfills. So please bring your trash to our landfills instead of the desert. It'll help to eliminate unnecessary costs that I have to incur to go out and remove these from our city streets that aren't occupied by homes. So again, there's no cost to residents to come to our landfills. They're already paying for it through their taxes on their properties. And please, let's bring that trash to our landfill.
We have some new potholes that are arising there, and I would like to know, are we doing like a study, or are we keeping track of the quality and how the potholes are holding up? I think that's good information for us to just kind of keep track of.
The monitoring of how our Durapatcher is performing is going to be a direct result of the road pothole maintenance requests that we get in those same locations that we've already done it. So yes, we have kept track of the locations that we are using the Durapatcher. We are not using cold mix to patch potholes right now. So that pile is staying rather large in the yard. Mm-hmm. However, we are using it at times in which, for example, we learned that the Durapatcher doesn't work really well on high speed or high traffic areas, like on Bella Vista, where the traffic is being released right back on it. It takes a couple of hours for it to actually set up and be relatively hard. And we found that when we release the traffic over some of those potholes that are in the direct path of those tires, that it did not, it couldn't stay in there. It started to ravel, and we had to go back and remove that, put some cold patch in there, and then of course the oil is not helping at times. So it's still a learning process for us to understand where this is beneficial and where it's not. I believe as an end result, regardless of what we use this Durapatcher for, it's going to perform very, very well, especially over what cold mix has done for us in the past. So I hope that answers your question.
All right. So I have Thomas here. I know he looks like Bradley, and you guys all know who Bradley is. He's my daughter's dog. But this is Thomas. We call him Tommy, and he is Bradley's brother. And I just adopted him yesterday, and he's a 1-year-old Shih Tzu. They are brothers, litter mates, and so We wanted him to say hi to you guys today, but also Thomas is here to tell you that there's lots of dogs available for adoption at our local shelters. We have one named Rosie today that's available for adoption at Desert Haven.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Rosie. Rosie is about a year old. She's an American Staffordshire Terrier mix. She is mainly all brown. She does have some white on her chest and her feet with some cute little brown dots all over. She's super sweet girl. She is like a compact size. She's in between a large and a medium dog. She's super sweet, loving, and has such a calm personality. She does have a little bit of baldness on her tummy right now. That's just because she did just get spayed, so she's all ready to go and have her forever home. You can go and find her here at Desert Haven Animal Society on Ceria Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse. You can give them a call at 775-751-7020. You can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society or go online to deserthavenas.org.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, it's a wild weather day. Let's look outside and see what we had a little bit earlier today on our weather cam. Got some clouds in the sky, a little bit of blue peeking through. We'll find out what our forecast is right after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 57 degrees with a low of 47. Death Valley at 65 with a low of 52. Amargosa at 55 with a low of 41. Beatty at 52, their low at 38 degrees. Tonopah at 43, a low of 29. Carson City and Goldfield both with a high of 42 degrees today. 28 for the low in Goldfield, 30 for the low in Carson City. 45 degrees with a low of 34 in Fallon, and finally up in Fernley, 43 and their low at 33 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we saw a couple showers throughout the valley. Our high today was at 53 degrees. It's 49 currently outside. Winds coming out of the south-southeast at 12 miles per hour. Our humidity at 73%, and our sunrise at 6:25 this morning. Now for tonight, we're seeing some partly cloudy skies. Hopefully we will be done with the rain by then. Our low tonight is going to be 39 degrees. Winds coming out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour. Our humidity at 68%, and our sunset at 4:32 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we are expecting to be done with that rain. However, all those clouds are still going to hang out through Friday. On Saturday, we're expecting those sunny skies to clear up and come back all through Monday. And then next Tuesday, those clouds are coming back. And once again, next Wednesday, we're going to see another rainy edition of News 25 when that rain sets to return. However, it is too early at this time to get an exact percentage. For our temperatures, on Thursday, we're going to be seeing a high of 55 degrees and a low of 36. On Friday, up to 59 and a low of 37 degrees. On Saturday, we're going to keep going up in that temperature scale up to 62 degrees. We're going to be seeing a low of 35. On Sunday at 63 with a low of 37. Monday, 63 again with a low of 34 degrees. On Tuesday with that cloud cover, we're going to drop down just a little bit to 56 for our high and 36 for our low. And on Wednesday, we're going to drop just a smidgen with that rain coming back with a high of 55 degrees and our low getting down to 39. So now with that, we're going to throw it back to a very rainy Deanna O'Donnell.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm Deanna O'Donnell, and this is Thomas. Good night.